In the cold waters of Lake Superior lies the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, the largest ship ever to sink in the Great Lakes. Ahead of Monday's 50th anniversary of the sinking, Dana Fulton is digging deeper into what happened that November night.
When the SS Edmund Fitzgerald launched in 1958, she was the queen of the Great Lakes, more than 2 football fields long. On November 9, 1975, she departed on a routine trip from Superior, Wisconsin, with a full load of taconite pellets, bound for Michigan.
The Great Lakes, when they get nice and calm, they're just beautiful. And that was what it was on November 9th.
Then the gales of November arrived. Overnight, winds gusting up to 80 miles per hour ripped across the lake. Snow fell and waves pounded the ship.
What would it be like standing on the ship during a storm of that strength?
I think it would be, for me, it would be scary.
Steve Ackerman has spent years studying the powerful November 1975 storm.
In the area where the Fitzgerald went down, the wind was most intense, and it was coming down the full length of Lake Superior, which meant that it could generate 25, 30-foot waves.
At about 7 p.m. on November 10th, the Fitzgerald radioed a simple message: "We're holding our own." Minutes later, the Fitzgerald disappeared from radar. 29 men lost. Since then, researchers have tried to learn why, so history doesn't repeat.
I'm kind of Nancy Drew.
Tamara Thompson is a maritime archaeologist with the Wisconsin Historical Society.
I go down, I look for all the clues and try to come back and then look to the primary sources that we have to be able to give some of that history back to that place.
For Thompson, it's not just about solving the mystery. It's about preserving the history and honoring the graves.
These are not just recreational sites to go visit scuba diving or stand up paddleboarding over. They stand almost as a time capsule of where men worked, lived, and in some cases died.
Her team and countless others through the decades monitor wrecks like the Fitzgerald to understand how the ship broke apart and to have a constant measuring point for the health of the lakes themselves. Better understanding the past leads to better building, messaging, and forecasting now.
We get to look at what are the improvements we're making to the models and how is that improving the forecast? And is it improving the forecast? And if it's not, what else do we need to do to make that forecast better?
5 decades later, the Fitzgerald rests 530 feet down, a time capsule, and still a mystery. Reporting in Madison, I'm Dana Fulton.